Strategy from OG, basically banning supports for the first 2 phases. I don't think I've ever seen that. Fury TP, but top lane, we're going to see the bash come through with the cookie from Jin Q, and Yuragi already very low, but Seb is hooked up. Concoction coming from the roaming Alchemist, and Faith Beyond looking to finish this off with another crush. Yuragi still getting regen, but this looks to be first blood going the way of PSG LGD. Well, Ame trying to contest this little stack here. He's going to get a decent amount of farm from it. Obviously could get ruptured now, but there's not going to be that much backup, looks like. As top lane, Seb takes a tumble via Y again, but the zip in from BZM is going to get stunned immediately thanks to the Rolling Thunder. But Jin Q, one more right click will do it, and they find it as Yuragi takes him out. But with that Corrosive Haze, he has to be very careful, especially with the Io still dead. Concoction is there. He's going to pop the ult a little bit prematurely, loses control of his hero, so it's going to continue to chase. Nothing to say. We'll see if they try to turn this around as another Corrosive Haze comes. Gets the Whirling Axes off. Now, nothing to say, has to be very careful. And the Concoction not going to come out in time to save his life. But we'll go off anyway, but a nice turnaround here from OG as they're going to find 2 and lose none. Unless you count Seb dying before that fight even started. Usually I look at Alchemist. Oh, it's not really an Alchemist game. That's why Cinderin did lie. Concoction going off, and it won't save his life. So an easy pickoff for OG, and the tier 1 tower will be taken out as well.
What do you think the next move is for LGD then to come back? Is it like they're waiting for a specific item or just camp a ward? Opportunity sort of thing.
Well, Jin Q getting gone up, but the TP comes in from nothing to say. Looks like Jin Q will die anyway. The Rupture applied, though, at the same time. Nothing to say with that ult. Trying to focus on BZM for the time being. I don't think they're going to be able to take him out as the nice relocate comes out. Now Yuragi doing some damage to Faith Beyond, but only the Snapfire kill to start this overall fight. But you can see another zip in as he gets full-on mana now for BZM. Trying to get up onto Faith Beyond. Blade Fury's there, but the Blood Right just clipping him, so that should lead to another kill going the way of OG. Nice hand of God keeping his team alive, but now nothing to say. Left without any mana or any way to get out. And that's another death in favor of OG. Even the Troll ult being expended just to survive through the Jin Q ult. And this is going to be another death for him if they end up getting another slow, which they will. And Ame, the last remaining member of PSG LGD, all he can do is walk away as another tier 1 goes the way of OG.
Nice. It's just papered all over our wall. Looks like a serial killer room.
Yeah, Jenkins really likes serial killers. There's nothing to say. His Rupture, he's just going to die inside his own role. Can't really do too much about that. And now Jin Q looks to be next. So BZM continuing his killing spree. Ame gets off the Omni Slash, but he's not able to find the kill onto Taiga. Has his Blade Fury still to try to get away, and you can see why. Getting off that Concoction, try to slow this down, but BZM able to dodge that quite easily, and that's a double kill for him as PSG LGD are just crumbling.
Yeah, they got them out the sidelines. They got the rats out. Because, I mean, despite how unfightable OG is and how much they're dominating the map,
oh boy,
they actually haven't been gaining gold recently.
Yeah, Concoction on yourself, that's when you truly feel pathetic. There's nothing you can do. Are they just going to give this up? I mean, they can't go for more than 1, so this is probably okay-ish, or the best you can ask for. Not to just give this up and live, but BZM and company want to continue the fight. Blood Right connects, and the last right click is there as Jin Q takes a tumble. Nothing to say, gets his ult off, but there's absolutely no follow-up. And OG, now that the Aegis is expiring in 6 seconds, will likely just back off here and go for some tier 2s.
Yes.
You would have expected this?
No.
Okay, I see.
Maybe after draft I could see it, because I don't understand the Alchemist 5. I mean, I just tend to trust the director is the thing, you know?
Yeah, well, the initiation is here, and look at that damage on Faith Beyond. He absolutely melts, and Ame finally comes and gets the Omni Slash, but a lot of the illusions and the creeps are just tanking it. The Blade Fury to follow, but I don't believe he has a shard, so it's not really doing that much damage. Buyback from Faith Beyond, nothing to say, able to get off a nice ult. Several stuns, but again, not a whole lot of follow-up as Y will just be stunning an illusion. And now OG going to try to re-aggress, knowing that they don't have many things off cooldown now. And the focus is on Ame, and another kill for OG as they're looking to take this game, and they do. GG is called, and this was truly a shellacking in favor of OG.
Quinn, what sort of shellacking tier would you say that you think this was?
Now, remind me the tiers.
Well, that's a lot to go through.
That's a lot? Okay.
Yeah.
Game number 2, OG versus PSG LGD. OG with a 1-0 lead. There's Amar, right-click battle. The hook comes in from nothing to say. And some damage being done to Amar, and you can see why with that support Viper getting out the poison attacks. Will this lead to a kill? Looks like indeed it will. Who gets the first blood? Trying to give it to Nothing to Say. One more right click does it, and that is beautiful for the mid laner on PSG LGD.
And I do feel like Pudge is actually a puck counter. I can't say exactly what it is, but in fights it does feel like you can pretty easily kill a puck, and puck coiling you does nothing.
Yep, why? He's dead, but will Amar be the trade? One more right click will do it from Ame, and he finds him. So 1 for 1, but favoring PSG LGD as the Viper is the support.
He's not going to have this boots early to rotate top, and it's possible he's low on regen because, you know, Robo Magic doesn't give you any regen, not playing Raindrop.
Oh, trying to contest the rune. Taiga gets off the nice avalanche and toss, and BZM takes it. And now that's going to turn into a kill into Nothing to Say. Absolutely punished.
They've itemized in like some super, you know, like ideal way.
Yep, the crush onto Y. Nothing to Say. Now has his hook back as Taiga finds himself inside that disgusting rot. Along with the right clicks from Y. That is a beautiful combination, and Nothing to Say. Second stack of Flesh Heap.
And Seb attacks top tower.
Yep, Seb initiated on. Dispose. They don't even need to bother dismembering, so another stack of Flesh Heap for Nothing to Say. Potentially looking to break the smoke, but Faith Beyond would be a big, big kill.
Wow, that was
really
it
is broken on the high ground, so yeah, not going to find the space. In fact, they're going to get hurricaned by the Wild Wing, but Yuragi is here to try to help out. Jin Q. He's going to get off the Dispose, and here comes the first haunt of the game into a Roar, so PSG LGD kind of turned this around, flip-flop what OG wanted to try to accomplish. Yep, Amar. Still no ult coming out from Y, but gets off the crush. It's really not going to matter. He is slowed to an absolute crawl, so Nothing to Say again. And others not so much. Nothing to Say. Looking to blink reveal. Smoke is going to be popped. Instant dismember, but the stuns are coming. Nice avalanche coming out. And Nothing to Say actually drops right off the bat as nice TPs coming in from OG. They're only going to lose their support Tiny for now. As Seb looks like he's walking away, but the coil expended onto 2, but the instant roar to try to counteract this. And this is going to get punished potentially onto the puck. And down goes BZM. So maybe not on the same page as the rest of his team, but still, they found the Pudge at the beginning of the fight.
Amar's a psycho. This is insane.
He's continuing on with that puddle like you're talking about, the extra move speed. They're going to get some damage on the tier 1 tower, but Faith Beyond trying to defend, and we can see Nothing to Say coming in on that Putka with the blink hook. Beautifully done, but the avalanche cancels the dismember. And Nothing to Say going to get crushed now as the Faith Beyond Wild Axe is continuing to stack, so Yuragi has to be a bit careful. And even Ame's come to play. The right clicks from Innocence, but another blink in from Nothing to Say. Instant bash from Amar, but Amar's the one that dies this time. Hook not connecting this time as now they turn their sights to the tier 1 as suddenly this game has just gotten super action-packed.
Yeah, this blink is actually owning. I didn't realize he just doesn't take any damage with the stupid Flesh Heap spell. He just blinks on them and he's invincible.
And Taiga stuck on the wrong side here. He's going to get disposed by Jin Q as Innocence kind of sticking to the high ground. He's going to get sprouted as Taiga looks to be a free kill for PSG LGD. But you can see Innocence holding his own ground against most of OG as Roshan actually is the one that takes out Taiga. But PSG LGD still going to be happy with this overall exchange.
Dire are scanning.
We're going to see a smoke from OG. They're going to find Jin Q to start. The Avatos is there, but the hook save. Obviously, Nothing to Say can't do too much more as Jin Q gets off the rebound, but that last right click is enough to take him out in the end. But the turnaround now into BZM with the dismember. Avalanche should try to cancel it. Illusory Orb is out, but he's taking too much damage and will fall as a result as Taiga just trying to toss that fat, juicy Pudge away. He'll be successful for the time being in keeping himself alive, but a roar from Faith Beyond and another death, it looks like, for Yuragi.
This Flesh Heap, man.
Nice avalanche again, but it's still double kill for Y as Taiga. He's the one running, still an earn charge on him.
Dagger coming up.
Yep, Dagger's there. Avalanche is going to be up in 1 second. One more axes, and that, with that earn charge, will be enough as, again, PSG LGD getting a great exchange. Bamar and company, their smoke is broken by Jin Q. BZM gets off the nice coil and Waning Rift onto 2, though. Nicely done from OG as they just take them out swiftly. Just like that, it's a 5v3, but you can see PSG LGD still want to fight as Amar gets initiated on. Most of the dismember damage was done with the rot combination, and that is 1 death for OG now. As Taiga attempting to run away, but Nothing to Say with this haste rune. Not much you can do against that. So despite being down in numbers, LGD able to even up the fight.
Yeah, usually you go the 16% rot slow just because when you get the Ags. But I guess he has good disable on the other
Not the
hero.
dismember. BZM is just, whoop. Phase shift. Can he blink out of this? But the axes are there as well, so nice shot from LGD covering all bases is Jin Q. He's going to get gone on, but here comes the Shadow Step, and Ame is going to try to turn it around with the help of Jin Q, and that turns into a triple kill for Ame. I mean, the Spectre one's pretty decent. You get that free Spectral Dagger every, was it 7 seconds or something? But here's the jump from OG, and another bash to come. Ame is just dead. So that is an Aegis already off cooldown. And you can see the rest of PSG LGD are not even remotely close as the Elder Titan ult just deletes him. And Seb, his high five will not be reciprocated.
They have Furion, they're going to rat the silence, and they're not going to make it easy for LGD.
But Seb takes a tumble. He's still working on that Ags. 1,500 away from it, in fact.
He's going for Ags.
Just the
That's a 5.
Shard. Yeah, talk to me about that. You might have to hold that thought, Jenkins. Thank you for looking right at me. As the Haunted actually expended is Amar attempting to TP out, but the Roar keeps him in place. And LGD find another in the form of Taiga. So 3 pickoffs across the map.
OG is smoked right now.
Base route available, nothing to say. He's going to try to take it. He's going to get Avatos for his trouble, though. Pops the BKB, trying to go for the dismember, but again, Seb's ult is a lot of damage. Yeah, he could get chucked out of it, which would be an issue. And what you see, he's trying to be brought back into the puddle. The Roar is there, and yeah, he's tanky, but PSG LGD just do 1,000,000 damage. BZM. He's going to have to hightail out as a result. Nothing to say, jumps in, knowing that this is on cooldown now. Seb is mega dead. Gets off his ult, but really to not much avail. Another hook. Oh! Yuragi somehow able to sidestep that. Taiga not going to be so lucky, though. That's 2 quick kills there for LGD. And
there's not much else to buy. Maybe like Strength Blink, if anything.
That's a set of racks for LGD. Yep, Taiga looking to go for the outpost, but he's going to die instead. 10k lead for PSG LGD. Nothing to say. Still smoked up, so could go for this kill. He's going to go in with... Actually, the Lincoln Sphere was there for BZM, so Dismember will be canceled, but still a lot of damage coming out from Nothing to Say, and they're going to clean up Seb quite easily. But at the very least for OG, they don't lose BZM. Although Yuragi's getting bashed in his own base with the Manta style and so much damage coming out from the Desolate, this might be GG territory as PSG LGD absolutely crushing in game number 2. 37-12 scoreline. And this was a great performance from basically everybody in LGD. Started with the Putka, of course. And usually game 3, that means it's going to be a lot more hotly contested.
Oh, does he? He does not have jump. He has Dispose.
Poison Touch is reapplying over and over and over, so this looks to be first blood. One more right click. He's going to pop the Fairy Fire in the trees. He gets the Dispose off. And why not wanting to take first blood for himself? Obviously, Ame would be the better choice, but they don't have a choice this time around. The BZM playing the mid Coddle. As Seb actually blocked in by his own Fissure. The Avalanche keeps him in place as well. Big static link from Faith Beyond. Seb trying to limp away as Amar right-clicking Faith Beyond to a high... I mean, he might be able to get this kill if he just stands his ground. Indeed, he does. And now Jin Q kind of stuck between a Viper and a Rock. And it looks like he is dead as well. So 2 kills for OG in the laning stage.
Yeah, they will maybe...
Oh, all right. Innocence ends up dropping to Yuragi. So that's a little bit of a surprising match. I mean, this is a Morphling and Marcy lane like you talked about as Ame getting harassed out. He gets disposed back into the wave as well, puts down his Acid Spray, but he drops in addition. And Yuragi just strength gaining back up to a respectable amount of HP, and OG
TP's back to tower.
Why? He's going to get disposed, and a big Shadow Wave comes out, but still going to be the death of him. It might be the trade, though. So LGD's able to get something out of this lane, I guess, but still, OG very favorable overall as Faith Beyond. Amar gets tossed back into the fray. He might just right-click again to find this kill, and he's going to get it a little bit later as Seb finds the kill on Faith Beyond.
Coddle has had this free game. The bots are coming up, probably has them very soon.
He's got them already.
Yeah, the TPs are going to start coming out pretty soon.
There he is.
And it'll be a
rebound disposed back into the creep wave as BZM is here with a big Illuminate, but a nice grave comes out from Y. Do they have enough to finish off Ame? You can see BZM just so speedy. Yuragi not able to find the distance, but another Illuminate just clips Ame. and that is a big kill for OG, as now they can potentially just finish out this lane with Y being that second kill.
Yeah, that is very rough.
Tiny Toss, it's like these are not really like assassinate spells. They're more like initiations, you know, so it's going to take some high skill.
Yep, as the gank attempt onto Ame, he's outnumbered. He gets off the Chemical Rage, but the burst damage is way too much.
3-0-2. And
So
he almost has the
involved
vessel.
in 5 kills so far.
100 gold, he's got the vessel.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And they just smoke up immediately, and Y might be the recipient of this smoke gank. He's going to get blinding lit to the other side of the fissure. Maybe not exactly what they were looking for. Is Ame. Okay, beautiful Rolling Thunder from Nothing to Say. And BZM's just dead. That's worth a lot of money. But Faith Beyond coming in is getting bursted down by Yuragi as Seb with the Echo Slam coming out. But it's not enough for him to get away as Yuragi still with that sidekick. Turns into Razor. Gets off that plasma field as well as the focus is on Tiger, but he gets a big rebound out to safety. Yuragi trying to save his teammate. Double kill for Nothing to Say. And now it's a 1v3 for Yuragi. Not sure if he can find anybody after the fact.
That was really impressive from LGD. This Morphling probably wasn't going to be dying very much anyway, so Aeneas is like nice and all, but this is definitely not the end of the world, and LGD is just playing for their timings because contesting that is just very, very risky.
Yeah. As we see Shard now online for Seb, who's actually going for a 4-step instead of the Blink next. The Fissure actually blocking off most of his team, but the rebound back in. Early Graves saving Nothing to Say for the time being, but the Echo Slam keeps 2 in place, and that means 2 are dead in favor of OG.
Give him a ward.
And they're going to find yet another as Yuragi turns into Tiny. Another toss to work with. Double kill for BZM.
Yeah, Nothing to Say with a little bit of a whoopsie there, I think. He swashed a little bit aggressively, and once you swash forward like that against this Orchid, it's a problem.
Yep, Taiga, he might be the collateral. Faith Beyond forced to pop his BKB, trying to man fight against Yuragi, but again, this is just the Aegis, and now Faith Beyond basically in enemy lines, despite this being his own triangle, trying to get BZM, but it's not going to happen. So the domino effect continues as LGD fall. But when Faith Beyond was Razor, when he got that refresher, they turned that game around real fast as Seb, invisible, blocking the smoke, gets off the Echo Slam, but he gets bashed up. And he's going to be brought down very swiftly by Faith Beyond, pops that BKB. Rolling Thunder's coming in from Nothing to Say. So 1-for-1 supports right now as BZM. We'll watch Nothing to Say just TP out inside that ult for him. So
this game, a lot of how the fights go depends on Xingqiu and Nothing to Say being really ready and crispy with these jumps.
Avatos, but the instant Orchid onto the Tiny as Seb 4 steps to safety, and the Viper Strike's actually going to slow Faith Beyond down enough for Seb to survive, but now they're going to TP out, or trying to, but Faith Beyond's BKB ends right at the right moment as the Fissure ends up canceling the TP. Double kill for Seb of all heroes, and now Y looks to be next on the list. The fact that Seb survived and then canceled that TP, pretty damn crazy, and now they're going to scout out the second Rosh of the game.
It literally just respawned as that fight ended.
Right click away. Now with the minus armor and poison attack damage from Amar, it's going to be even faster. Xingqiu jumps in with the Avatos, but Amar, instant BKB. Ame trying to focus down BZM. He'll be successful, so dead Coddle right off the bat in favor of LGD, and Amar looks to be next, and nobody actually dying in this engagement for LGD.
Dang, that was super impressive. Ame clicked the Coddle in the air with the stun.
Taiga's in a really good spot here. He's looking for the jump. He put a ward down too. They see everything.
I'm just focusing on the barracks, but you can see they relocate poor Yuragi into the enemy lines, but he's able to wave for him to safety. Has Nothing to Say already with that ult coming out. Mar has to pop his BKB, standing his ground. Could try to finish this Rax, and that's exactly what he'll do. And we'll tick out eventually to that poison attack, but now that the BKB's down, he's going to get tossed back into the fray. But Yuragi comes in, deleting heroes left, right, and center. But a nice grave coming out from Y on himself, and the Aegis is down. Y able to rebound to safety. Ame, if that Spirit Vessel applied, he's not going to regen too much despite having the Chemical Rage. He's getting stun locked. And Seb actually jumps into his death as Morphling dead. 70 seconds of no Yuragi. Double kill for Ame. Bash coming out from Nothing to Say, attempting to continue this chase onto BZM, who just recently popped his BKB.
Maybe this
He is super fast.
Oh, doesn't it?
Gonna get off.
Oh, he hit him.
Yep, he hit him in the trees, but
bash.
he's gonna TP out there.
Oh.
He's so lucky that that didn't bash. It is closing in on a point where maybe LGD can take a straight up fight.
Oh, Ame already has a concoct coming off. Trying to focus on Amar, but he's already at half HP. They have to be careful. Can't even pop his ult yet. Gets off the BKB finally, trying to regen through, and he just chops down Taiga. But he's the one that's low. Finally, the grave comes out as Yuragi. He's going to get deleted. 80 seconds of no Morphling. And now Amar looks to be next on the list. Double kill for Faith Beyond.
LGD's
And that's
so
4 dead from OG with the buyback on Marcy.
Dude, that was insane.
They see BZM.
BZM in the trees.
He's gonna get him.
The toss from Jin Q. He does, along with the swash, as he actually gets off his BKB, but he just right-clicked down very casually from nothing to say. So a full team wipe. But we'll see. And LGD smoking up.
They're trying to get them on these
The
37-minute
OG
items.
side. Yeah, Piragi able to wait for him away, but a beautiful double avalanche, which forces the double BKB from OG. Rolling Thunder on the sideline. Faith Beyond taking the right clicks from Amar, but they're actually kind of baiting this, it feels like. The buyback onto the Tiny. Faith Beyond pops his refresher. That's 2 Eye of the Storms, and this Morphling is completely isolated. He's just going to get right click down. 80 seconds of no Uragi. He buys back, TPing onto the outpost. And it looks like LGD still want to fight. They are not scared of this buyback whatsoever, although Faith Beyond's ult now running out. Dash comes out on the BZM.
The Arcane Rune's going to come into play here. He's going to have roll again. I don't know if OG can deal with that.
The Roche is going out relatively fast, and Ame's just waddling his way over there. Can they contest Faith Beyond with the Plasma Field, forcing some of OG out? And this Roche is getting extremely low. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Double stun from nothing to say. Trying to focus on Seb, but he gets a nice force staff to safety. And Amar pops the BKB, just focusing on Faith Beyond, but that is a refresher orb with the BKB. Roche getting extremely low. Who is going to get it? It looks like it's going LGD's way, as the rest of OG have to hightail out because of the death on Uragi. But they're going to try to get some kills in the meantime as BZM getting chased. But the Orchid going to prevent the stun from coming out. And that is a refresher shard. Aegis still pulsating on the ground, as Ame will take it for himself. And he's going to get Orchided here. Ame does. And Sheeped, just to delay. Has the Boots of Travel 2 now. They're actually stuck inside the base. A nice fissure coming out, but the toss back out. No, Seb actually stays on the same side. Pops that BKB, and OG's going to reset. But their buildings are going down pretty damn fast. Nothing to say. Trying to create some space. Seb. BKB does dissipate. Another nice fissure. Nothing to say. Forced to use his swashbuckle. But the real story is that Uragi might get caught out here. Now the fissure turning against OG to some degree. Faith Beyond getting the static link and the refresher. He is just decimating this Morphling. That is a dead Uragi, but he buys back instantly. Seb, Echo Seb comes up, but he dies shortly after. Now the focus looks to be on Faith Beyond, but he's the one doing so much damage. The Basher connects onto Uragi, gets off the BKB. Amar need to focus on Faith Beyond in the meantime. It's a double kill for Ame. Is he continuing his rampage here? There's a nice double avalanche coming out as well. The cheese activated from Faith Beyond. This man is unkillable. Double buyback for OG. Blink from nothing to say sets up all of these additional kills from LGD. Dieback on Uragi. Ultra kill for Ame. And LGD looking very nice to take this potentially in the game number 3. That's the buyback from Ame, though. Jin Q gets the toss out. Amar stuck in a very awful spot. He gets sheeped. Concoction's coming for him as well, and that is a dieback for him.
No buys.
2 sets of racks, and they can go for this actual win here as the GGs come out early here. 24K net worth lead for LGD in the end, and a terrific comeback.